Fuckston of the week is here to say you are fucking gay. I don't want to text you. You are such a bitch.
Fuckston of the week. You are a Fuckston.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fuckston of the Week podcast, episode 2. With me, as always, is Cons.
Hey.
And I'm Razor, of course. And yeah, so we're back to do it again. Thanks everybody for listening to the first episode. I hope you enjoyed. I got some pretty good feedback. Shout out to my boy Jackson Ferris for having the best story.
Getting derailed onto the freeway.
Losing your sense of direction while listening to our podcast. That's pretty awesome.
So pretty much, you're welcome for being distracted.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Good old
Jackson.
Jackie boy. I miss you, Jackie boy. We'll see you real soon. We love you.
I just have to mention, I just gotta say it. But the first time we tried to record this, we had some technical errors. Twice, I guess. But the second time was funnier. Out of nowhere, some random ad for Portugal, Cuba,
Puerto Rico.
Boners for Puerto Rico.
Boners in Puerto Rico.
Boners for Puerto Rico or
random ads playing.
Wait, was it in or
the background on my laptop? Some virus shit, maybe. I don't know.
Hold on. Was it in or for? Because that's the most appropriate. That's the important thing.
It was an ad for you to get a boner and then travel to Puerto Rico. That's what I got.
I would rather get a boner for Puerto Rico.
So you would rather stay here and just get a boner while thinking about Puerto Rico? Is that what you mean?
I assumed I was donating like 50 cents to Alyssa Milano, and then she would give the 50 cents to some Puerto Rican kid to do whatever what she wants with it while I maintain an erection.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but I was thinking more of a...
Well, I'm a half-ass.
You take this pill, get an erection, and then we will give you an all-expenses-paid trip to Puerto Rico to use that erection.
Yeah, but how long... Wait. I'm just... When does the boner start?
The boner starts whenever the medication kicks in. But the boner ends whenever you choose.
That's not how the ball works. I don't think that by any means.
That's the way I interpret it, but
I'm assuming that I want to have. I just don't want to have.
My fantasy.
I just don't want to have a boner on a plane. I've never been on a plane.
Oh man, that would be
have an erection.
How can
people fuck while flying through? Just
fucking on planes?
Like the Mile High.
Well,
how could they do that?
They go in the bathroom, but I don't really believe that anybody actually does that because the lavatories on planes are so fucking small.
Mm-hmm.
It's like smaller than a closet. So like, how could two people? I don't understand. And there's like everybody just like deals with it. That's like you can't not hear somebody in the bathroom fucking on an airplane. It's so close. It's like, does everybody just ignore that shit? How can you be quiet? It doesn't make any sense. I don't think the Mile High Club's a real thing.
Well, being the new Victoria's Secret plus size model that I am, I just imagine myself in some sort of Tommy Boy, Chris Farley, like in style airplane. You remember that scene where he's trying to change, but fucking, not butt fucking, but having sex with a woman, like in that scenario, and it just, and it wouldn't work. Or Vegas Vacation style. Remember how it gets this, Chevy just gets his fucking hand in his hands all blue and stuff.
Such a quality film.
Oh yeah, 2 name drops. Yeah, sorry. Well, okay, 50 cents each for those guys.
Yeah. So, on the last episode, we did some year in review
for 2014.
2014, kind of look back and we talked about all the people who died, maybe. So this time, I want to talk a little bit about the 90s. A lot of us, grew up in the 90s. That's our generation.
Yeah, we're 90s kids.
Yeah, definitely 90s kids. I'm a 90s kid. You're a 90s kid.
No, I lived 2 years in the 80s.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you watch so much fucking VH1 programming in your adolescence, you really learn a lot about the 80s.
89 was a big year for me, man.
For example, of course, I love the decade, shows that they had, 80s, 90s, whatever.
They never show the
everything about the 80s.
Have you noticed they don't show any of the 70s anymore?
That shit was
because, yeah, well, because no one gives a fuck. I mean, our parents don't watch VH1 pretty much.
I learned everything about the 80s just watching those 10 shows. Or 9, I guess.
Mm-hmm. The 90s ones.
And I watched them so fucking much. And it just seems to me, because I lived through the 90s, so it just seems to me that the 80s we're nowhere near as cool. The thing I noticed about the 80s is that there's a lot of futuristic type stuff. Like a lot of the commercials were making it seem like it was the turn of the century, but there was still another 10 years to go. And in the 90s were totally just let's party,
This is my interpretation of it, D-Mine. 80s was check out this cool fucking toy, yeah. We're gonna fucking feature of a big cell phone with the suitcase and the computer, yeah. And then the 90s was just check this shit out. It's exploding in your face. Exploding in your face. Buy this product, buy this toy. Yeah, Power Rangers.
Yes. That's the best part about the 90s, because the 80s was so weird and just the only word I can use to describe is robotic. Everything was really robotic and futuristic.
They spent so much time in the commercials. But if you think about it, they completely ignored the writing, because it's always kids in a mall and they're always with the product. It's a super soaker. And they're totally rad, Brosanova. Let's soak our sisters and see their titties, brah. What?
Yeah, there was so much more action in 90s commercials.
Dude, there's a Seth Green commercial with him as a kid. Where, how does he sell it? Is it a super soaker? I mean, seriously.
No, it was one of those fucking no, I think it was one of those 1-800-COLLECT type things.
No,
yeah.
Fuck, I wish I had.
I'm pretty sure, man. Because they made fun of it on Robot Chicken, I remember that. I swear it was a call line or some shit. But yeah, there's so much action in 90s commercials, and then, post-2000 commercials are just meh. And they just don't have it anymore. But I've noticed that there's still some commercials from the 90s, possibly even the 80s, I'm not sure, but they still play. The Cadbury Bunny commercial. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing that when I was a fucking kid.
That will never change.
The Hershey Kiss commercial with the bells, the jingle bells. Coca-Cola Polar Bear commercial. The M&M's commercial, Santa Claus.
They do exist.
Yeah, that. I remember that when I was really young. So it's those companies have saved so much money on advertising because they run the same commercial every year, and they still.
Oh, do you remember the Campbell's Soup Kid commercial? The snowman, he comes in.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
The Coca-Cola Polar Bear Super Bowl commercial. You said that?
I did say
short-term memory.
Classic, dude.
Sorry, audience. It is a classic.
Yeah, people don't listen to this to hear us say things twice.
Oh my bad.
Just kidding.
I'm unprofessional.
No, I've never seen this. Look at his fucking flock of seagulls hair.
No, right? That's Edward Furlong, I'm pretty sure. It's not, but it looks like him.
That looks like a young Lee Diamond Phillips. Oh my fucking god, look at Seth Green's hair.
That Nerf ball just hit that mime, and it went, and the mime fell into the pool. Nerf or nothing.
Dude, I love 90s commercials with fucking wrestlers, man. Of course, the Macho Man Slim Jim commercial was fucking awesome. Some of my favorite commercials ever.
Do it.
Need a little excitement? Give me to a Slim Jim.
Oh yeah. Why is
I've seen some other commercials with wrestlers, but I can't think of any off the top of my head because nothing beats Macho Man.
Could you imagine though, wrestlers, more wrestlers endorsing stuff?
I remember, I'm pretty sure this was post 2000. but there was a Chef Boyardee commercial that had Mankind in it.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that commercial was hilarious.
He was on Boy Meets World, and I still need to show you that episode.
Nick
He
Foley,
referees a
Nick
match.
Foley is the
Topanga.
man. You know he does stand-up now? Yeah.
Well, The Rock's doing stand-up, so why the fuck not?
I think that's cool.
I want to watch both of that. I would love to find both of
The
them.
Rock and Sock connection together once again
In comedy.
on the stage.
What is your favorite 90s like commercial or toy?
Favorite 90s commercial? One of my favorites is definitely the Street Sharks commercial for the Street Sharks action figures.
Do you remember the big puppet like heads of like
Yeah.
you like move their arms?
You can
over
still
their
buy
mouths?
those and they're really expensive.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
My favorite because it was so elaborate. It was like those old Power Ranger commercials for the toys. Remember the Power Rangers like flip their heads and they'd be like without their helmets or with their helmets, and then you get the Zords that turn into the Megazord. Well, those
dude,
commercials
I had a couple of those.
were always like kids playing in their room, and then all of a sudden the room would like break apart, and then it's like a scene from like. I remember how like when the Power Rangers would fight in their Megazords, it was always from like you can clearly tell from like a 80s Japanese film that they just ripped together and threw in. And then you could hear that bam, 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 you know, it's like, oh, Power Rangers, they fight fire.
So ultimately, in the never-ending battle of 80s versus 90s, I am totally a 90s guy. Now, most of the music that I like is 70s and 80s. Honestly, there's not a lot of good stuff going on in the 90s. Very little, but
I just remember one of the things that
everything else, fucking cartoons, games, movies, totally 90s.
One of the things that excited me the most about the 90s, and I don't know why they did this so much, but do you remember when like Weird Al would take over MTV for like a weekend?
No.
And they would just, oh dude, yeah, he'd take over like a week or a weekend, it was usually a weekend, and they just constantly show his videos just over and over again. Do you remember when Michael Jackson would take over MTV for like a week or whatever? And just, yeah, that was about it.
No, I never seen it.
That really failed. I really failed on that one.
Yeah.
Dang. There's that. Wow, that can't sum up the 90s right there. There's better things. There's better and worse
MTV
things.
takeover.
Ew.
Pretty much everything about it.
You remember VJ? Speaking of MTV,
Pretty
you
sure
remember
Real World, that
VJs?
shit started in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Just the 90s was just, it was such a cool fucking,
Because
it's such a cool time.
Well, because the
man.
first season of Real World started in 1990 with New York, and then when 2000 came, they made a big deal about it because they hadn't gone to New York again until 2000. They were like, oh, well, it's been 10 years, we're going back to New York, represent. You know, I'm like, that's actually, you know what's funny? That season of Real World was the season that had The Miz on it.
Oh.
Yeah. Which no one notices. Why am I the only one that notices it? It's like I'm the only one that notices Chris Evans plays two superheroes. That's not fair. Same with Ryan Reynolds. No one notices it. I'm the only one that sees it. Fuck both.
It's really unfair.
Yeah, one superhero per
It's
actor.
a fucking Fuckston tag team. That's a fucking duo.
Oh, and Ben Affleck playing Daredevil and Batman.
Ryan Reynolds and Chris Evans, the very first Fuckston tag team.
You know, at least
You should not be allowed to play two superheroes. There should be a fucking rule that when you sign on as an actor to play some fucking superhero, you can't, you know, cross over. You know, first of all, you can't.
Well, at least Chris Evans kept
Because
it.
Ryan Reynolds played a Marvel character and a DC character.
Yeah.
There should be. That's just not fucking cool, man.
At least Chris Evans kept it with like the same thing.
Like out of all the actors in the world,
he stick with Marvel. I mean, he went from Human Torch to Captain America. I mean, don't pussyfoot around and switch from
But why out of all the fucking actors in the entire world, did those two people get two fucking similar roles? It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it's just like I kind of judge an actor, but like this sounds really dumb to say, but I judge an actor by their movies. You know,
It's like monopolizing fucking superhero
And
characters.
every time I've seen, so like when I saw Ghost Rider, all I could think of was Van Wilder. When I saw Captain America, all I kept thinking about was how Chris Evans was in that Not Another Teen movie. And there's a part where he's talking about like that popular girl, how he broke up with him. But he's talking about how much like he admired the way she tongued his balls. And I'll never forget him, just like he had with the straightest face. He's like, and the way she tongued my balls.
I think he says the cute face she makes when she tongued my balls.
Yeah, and he, like, I see that in his face every time I shot him.
I just realized how many times I've seen that fucking movie.
None of the teen movie? Why did we let those movies get popular? That's our fault. That is our fault.
I didn't really consider that that's a part of that series of those movies.
Totally, any of those parody movies are all pitted together.
I never really thought of that. Oh yeah, and Chris Evans does the whipped cream too. The banana in that.
Do you have like a favorite gushing, pure 90s movie? Like just gushing
movie?
Like
studio film?
Yeah.
A studio film. Gosh. Man, I can't say it. Honestly, I can't pick one.
Yeah, really.
These movies, like,
yeah.
fucking.
Okay, then how about actor? Like, you don't have like
Arnold,
thank
Arnold,
you.
for
You're
sure.
reading my mind. Like Arnold was like the epitome of 90s. I can't stop thinking about Last Action Hero and Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, great movies.
Great fucking movies. They were like, some of his worst too.
Junior, Twins, all the movies are good.
No one remembers.
The only Schwarzenegger movies I don't like are like towards the end of the 90s when he got back into action movies. Like, I think it's called The Sixth Day, Eraser. Like, those movies are like, ugh. Like, trying so hard to be Running Man and Total Recall and stuff like that. Sad. Terminator.
Eraser reminded me of Highlander for some reason. James King, do you remember Junior? Did you like that movie? Danny DeVito teaming up again? I know you will.
Shout out to James King.
Yeah, I love it.
King.
You're my dirty girl.
I fucking love that dude. When are we gonna party? Oh, I'm gonna see you
Partying with you.
March 21st.
I will not probably
Play the show with Unmerciful.
I'm crying funny. Oh, I should have said that. I am. Why? You know one thing that upsets me about being an adult is that toys have just gotten cooler. I mean, toys were cool when we were kids, but they have gotten way like Nerf, like those.
As far as the
Nerf
90s go, it's like
worse.
Like 90s toys were the worst, and now toys are super cool. And we're not kids, so we don't really like, it's not as exciting because we can just go out and buy a toy whenever we want. When you're a kid, it's like the holy grail. It's like, that's money when you're a kid. When you get toys, when you get action figures and games, all that shit. That's what has monetary value. Little kids, well, they probably do now. Little kids don't have cash. They don't have bank accounts. I've seen like really, really young kids with like nicer phones than me. Do you even know how to read?
You don't know how to read, but you know how to Twitter. Do you ever think about the evolution of toys? Like how in the 20s they played with that little, like hula hoop thing. Jacks. No, I'm talking about that hula hoop thing with the stick and then make it fucking roll down the street. And then, you know, like how that kind of started out, but then like, you know, like the 70s, how they had that Pet Rocks.
Pet Rocks.
Fucking Pet Rocks. Fucking
ridiculous.
Action Jackson type, you know, like those Marley Steve Austin toys. Yeah.
The movie down there.
Yeah. What's some time on, please? You order have you
All right, I'm back.
Have you made a you haven't been around for a while.
No.
You know, Fuckston kind of took a break, you know.
Yeah, I took a break from everything.
Yeah.
I just recently came back after fairly strong.
sadly, you know, that was kind of following your break too. Who was the first Fuckston?
I think it was Mac Miller was the latest one.
Ooh.
Yeah, he sucks, dude. Mac Miller's awful. Yeah, had a short break. A lot of things going on, man. It's not a good time to try to do anything creative. It's like a lot of different stuff happening. And now I'm back and we're going strong.
Going strong with the Fuckston.
Yeah, trying to fucking get some t-shirts made, but I'm really
I noticed that.
Really indecisive on what I want to put on these shirts because one, I don't know if I'll sell any of it, and two, you know, with the name change, the FXTN Network, which I changed just to make it a little more accessible. Nothing really different, but I don't know if I want to put Fuckston underneath on the t-shirt or FXTN Network, or you know, just have a plain shirt that just says Fuckston on it. Like I had the one that I had has the arrow, you know, like the I'm not stupid kind of thing. But I don't know if anybody would wear that. So give me some feedback if you would buy a t-shirt. Let me know what kind of Fuckston t-shirt you want to buy, because I want to have some made, because it'd be awesome to see.
Where's the arrow pointing at?
It's to the right.
Should make it kind of like point to the butt or your dick.
But or just point it up, like I'm a Fuckston. But then if you point it up, then there's no point having the arrow at all. Just be like Fuckston. So, you know, kind of just going simple with it. You know, just Fuckston, or you know, the one with my face, the kind of that Fuckston logo, with the face with the little devil face, made by Pierre.
What was your favorite 90s television show?
Non-animated.
Yeah, like sitcom, not be more specific.
Family Matters.
Family Matters?
Yeah, for sure.
Why are theme songs so, like, were so good back then?
Yeah, 90s theme songs. Holy shit.
Have you noticed 80s theme songs were like a fucking story?
Yeah.
Like it's like family ties,
They
we're
give
doing
you-
stuff and things, we're magical and
They give you
yeah.
an entire synopsis.
Yeah, and like in the
In the
80s.
theme song.
Yeah. And then like in the 90s were boss, you know, it was like it was
The
just
songs
like,
were like good and catchy and weren't, you know, telling you exactly what the show is. It was just like a regular song, but you know, they'd introduce the cast and they'd just be like, you know, pulling up to the house on their bike, getting off, and we just get a smile.
that's the best one. That Family Matters, I think, like was the best one I've had, because the little kid, they get the Aunt Rachel's kid.
Yeah.
He like literally comes out of nowhere through the backyard with a bike, and he just stops and
Yeah,
turns off to the side
yeah,
and smiles.
It's like the
Richie
facing
Dixon.
camera, fourth wall kind of character introduction. If you haven't seen Too Many Cooks,
Yeah, so I was told there's
Search.
more. Apparently
What?
there's more of
Too Many Cooks is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
If you haven't seen it,
I'm
waste your
plugging
time.
Too Many Cooks. Watch Too Many Cooks.
Yeah, waste your time on it. Please.
Yeah, it's like 12 minutes of your life.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed. Especially if you're a fan of 90s sitcoms.
I suggest watching it while you're with children or at work in front of your boss.
I'm out of sweet tea. Man.
You got a SWAT car?
That tea's not sweet anymore.
I wish you would remember things, like certain memories that I remember of our friendship, like how when Casey's was gas and shop, like you wanted sweet tea and they didn't have any, so you like bought 2 different kinds of tea to mix them together to make sweet tea, and it wasn't the same. And I remember you just got really mad and you like threw the glass down and it broke on the and you like boycotted it, and you were like boycotting gas station, and like every time we walked by you flip it off, and then randomly you just went in one day and got sweet tea, and it was changed. But
I'm very
that was
passionate
really
about
funny.
my tea.
Yeah, you're teaist. You're a tea party. You're part of the tea party.
Yeah.
You know,
I wish I had a refill right now because I'm extremely thirsty.
I'm just gonna say it. Wikipedia anything is fucking bullshit.
Oh, yeah, I use Wikipedia all the time.
Yeah, but it's like I'm just not good with technology. I'm really not. Everything I touch is computerized, just turns to crap. I'm scared of Skynet. I hope John Connor's real and he comes and saves me.
I honestly believe that Terminator is a prophecy and not a film series.
Dude, it's gonna happen. Why is it? Yeah.
Like people, read the Bible and all these, religions and all these fucking ancient prophecies from like Mayan, the whole remember 2012? Remember that?
Yeah, no one.
Remember that year that we were all supposed to die?
3 years later, no one fucking cares.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, remember Ebola?
I caught that shit. I'm just kidding.
Like so much. Like there's these cycles of these fucking pandemic, epidemic, whatever. Like, and they're just like they're basically trends.
I see stuff all the time that are like, check out this link.
Like, yeah, Ebola's real.
Zombie house or something. Like,
Ebola's very real, but
there's all these doomsday preppers
didn't affect our area.
Preparing for like
doomsday preppers
or zombie apocalypse.
I'm gonna be one of those people.
But going back to what you said, I think it's just kind of funny how everyone made a big deal because 2 of them come to Omaha. 2 of the bully people come to Omaha.
Well, I know at least one person with the bully.
Did they have a bully? No, it was a bully.
Oh, they had a bully?
A bully.
They had a bully?
They had a bully there. There was a bully there. And he was like, give me your lunch money. Give me your fucking lunch money.
No, I'm sick.
Chew.
Can't you see him? I'm bedridden.
I'm bedridden with a bull eye.
with the evil eye?
With the evil eye.
We should not make fun of Ebola, man. That shit is not funny.
Why?
Dude, that's terrible.
Are we ever gonna catch it?
I hope not.
No.
Man. I don't even know really what it is. I just know.
Guess what? Hey, shout out to Ebola. Piss off.
Yo, Ebola,
you ain't cool. You ain't cool no more.
You ain't cool. Get out.
Yo, you so 1994, dude. Get out of here. Get out of here, Ebola.
I was watching I've been watching Mr. Sheridan recently. Shout out to Bob and David. And Scott Ackerman. I hope someone of you hears this.
And Tom Kenny, aka SpongeBob. Oh god,
all of you. Anyway, remember like the whole post 9/11 like Muhammad thing, and then there was the whole deal with some like Danish political cartoon printing an image of Muhammad, and it like turned into a huge fucking deal. And then South Park, did an episode about it. And then South Park mentioned, that was the Family Guy thing. But,
yeah, you see.
They mentioned that, in that Super Best Friends episode from season 5, I think. They totally showed Muhammad and nobody fucking said a word. But there was a sketch on Mr. Show where they had
Do you remember that?
image of Muhammad, and I was like, wow, in the 90s, that didn't matter.
I just remember they were like, oh hey Muhammad, and they showed him like 2 seconds.
And now there's countries that want to destroy us with nuclear weapons because of the Seth Rogen and James Franco movie. Like, what the fuck is this world coming to, man?
Yeah, but my whole beef about it is
wars used to be over religion, not shitty fucking Seth Rogen movies.
Why is it that I don't understand? Maybe I don't give a fuck about the political side of it. Like, I just don't get how everyone's like, oh, dude, the movie's so funny. And I'm like, no, it's not.
Everybody's
It's
recommended
just
it to
another
me.
Seth Rogen
I
movie.
refuse to watch it.
I watched it.
I don't want
had
to see
to.
it.
And the thing is that it has its jokes. I laughed. I will say that. I mean, but it's like I can name 10 other funnier movies. I can name 5 other funnier Seth Rogen movies. When he dies, no one's gonna be talking about the interview. Well, they will because how controversial it got. But
they won't be talking about.
It's not that great of a film.
Observe and Report. That movie's terrible.
You know what? I would rather see fucking that weird guy's dick in Observe and Report. You remember the Flasher guy? How they actually show his dick and he shoots him in the dick? I'd rather see that than see the interview.
I refuse to
Again.
watch it. It does not sound entertaining.
Well, you're not a movie guy, so
not really.
like you just be wasting your time. You know.
I like movies though.
Well, you do, but you know you're very particular. I know.
I like movies that I like.
Yeah, and when you know if you think about it, the movies you like are really great movies. You know, like
I like some good bad movies.
well, you know what I mean. Like nothing you're gonna waste your time.
Drew Barrymore movie, Never Been Kissed.
Did you like?
Love that movie.
Are you kidding me?
No, I love that movie.
I understand. Everyone has their different pleasures.
I like a lot of chick flicks.
I like a lot of bad movies.
Not just chick flicks though. Like I like legitimately bad movies.
You have no idea how bad I would love to buy Tu Wong Fu. Thank you very much. And Newmar, fucking, I would love to own that movie.
When you think about it, I love the Stroma stuff. Like they've made a fucking empire on purposely making bad movies. Like, they're bad.
How many have you
suck.
seen? I've only seen like a handful.
Yeah, I've seen a couple. Surf Nazis Must Die. Love that one. All the Toxies. Poultry Guys.
See, it's so hard to like.
Poultry Guys is awesome.
Like, it's so hard to take like, cause there's movies that are trauma. There's other movies that are like produced by trauma. So I'm always confused. Like, I think I don't know. Thanksgiving. It was the killer turkey.
That face you just made of somewhere. Kind of the De Niro going on. A little bit. I'm looking at my movies over here.
That you sold 70% of.
Yeah, but I kept the fucking classics, dude. I kept the stuff that I really love.
Name them off.
Lethal Weapon 1 and 2, love. Dude, almost all these movies are from the 90s. King of New York, for sure that's definitely 90s. Spinal Tap.
That's probably 1980.
80s. Liar, Liar, one of my absolute favorite 90s movies.
Is that your favorite like Jim Carrey movie?
My absolute favorite Jim Carrey movie, hands down. Reservoir Dogs, that's 90s for sure. Clerks, totally 90s.
Oh,
Pulp
definitely.
Fiction. Colby. I do like Tarantino, but I don't really like all of Tarantino movies. Like, I really, really love Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs, but I'm not like, Tarantino is a genius.
Yeah, like
some of his movies suck.
I like Tarantino, but I didn't drop out of high school because he did. You know, like
He's kind of a fucking.
Yeah, and the maybe in a traditional, like he's not like Kanye West, Fuckston, you know.
Just a cool
He just looks like a troll. That's all. You know, to me. Like,
Heat, holy shit.
I had not
That's
seen
definitely
Heat,
90s movie.
and then he made me watch
Heat. One of the greatest films I've ever seen. Shout out to Pierre again for making me watch that movie.
I was very hesitant to watch it, and then he was just Razor was just bugging me to watch Heat, and finally watched it. And I will say I was impressed. You know, you wouldn't think 3 hours of fucking De Niro and Pacino would be fucking good, but it's very.
Oh, and then of course Airplane.
You know,
Speaking
of Airplane, fun fact: in this movie, I bought from Razor is the series of Iron Man, the '90s cartoon show, 94 animated version.
That's the complete series.
The complete series, really?
Look at it says it
right there, 1994 animated. Yeah, you're right. You just said what? Okay, cool.
Dude, the suit up scene is like that
so
fucking
bad.
Like that early computer animated like dancing baby type animation. You know?
They make it up with the music. I am, bow.
How did they get away with that?
Fun fact, that guy, the main guy in Iron Man, voiced Tony Stark. And then the guy who voiced War Machine, Rhodes, is the same guy who voiced Shredder and Uncle Phil.
Wow.
And his Uncle Phil. Yeah.
Dropping some knowledge, dude.
Yeah, dropping some 90s knowledge.
Voice actors, what's up?
I know we didn't probably bring him up, but R.I.P. to Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
Shredder, I mean, he was a huge part of the 90s in my life anyways. I mean, he voiced Shredder. Turtles was so, like, meaningful to me. That's why I'm really thinking about getting, like,
I don't want to go to Dimension X.
Is that what it says? He's such a fucking worthy guy.
Yeah, why is Shredder? Have you noticed every incarnation? Like, that's why I think when they came back in, like, 2003, That's why they're like, okay, we're gonna make him an alien, and he's just super fucking evil and crazy. Yeah, he's like the Unicom Shredder or some shit like that.
Uncle Sucky.
He's like, I am an alien.
He's a crybaby. Shredder is such a crybaby. He's kind of one of the worst villains ever, but he just looks so fucking cool.
Well, he's like so, like, if you go and look at the comics, I mean, he's so, like, I don't know, badass.
Yeah.
He's so dark. The whole
But in the
comic is dark.
anime series, they made him just like a whiny bitch. Especially in those early seasons, like the first 3 seasons of Turtles. Like,
Oh, I don't want to do
like when
that.
Krang comes around, and Krang's like, alright, I'm calling the shots now. And Krang's like,
I don't want to do that.
and Krang's like,
I'll fucking kill you.
so he's like,
Oh, man.
horrible.
I wish this was the 50s so you could just smoke cigarettes wherever I want.
You can't even smoke cigarettes in hospitals anymore.
You can smoke cigarettes in hospitals, it's just not loud. You can do whatever you want.
Too much tuna.
Too much too.
You can't even smoke in hospitals anymore.
I wonder how he's gonna end it. Like, I'm a little too obsessed with that show.
Krang?
I'm gonna cry when it ends. I got a lot of good movies from you, man. Jurassic Park, the 36 Chambers movies, RoboCop, the first part of the Pokemon Indigo League. I mean,
Yeah.
that
That is like,
that's some crazy good shit.
it's not enough, you know, because it's only 30 episodes. But
30, it's not enough, it's only 30 episodes.
that's not enough because it's not as far into the story, but like
Very
it's the
true.
beginning. That's
Very
what's
true.
awesome. Because like it's really close to the fucking game.
Why was Pikachu such a fucking dick to Ash in the first episode? He was straight,
asshole.
like, ass cock monkey.
Yeah, and then he just like, all of a sudden he's like,
I'm sucking your dick.
yeah,
I'm to suck your dick for fucking 12 seasons.
follow you around and suck your dick.
Follow you around, sucking dick and cause lightning bolts. What does Pikachu like do for him? I'd be like, well, I'd just be like, dude, you're getting your fucking ball. I gotta bang Misty. I sent Brock off the fuck away. And we bang Misty.
Oh shit.
You
Again,
trying to tell me
90s Pokemon, dude.
Why didn't you try to tell me would you bang Misty?
I don't ever really contemplate banging fictional characters.
Oh yeah.
The only exception to that would, of course, be Jessica Rabbit. It was like
Oh, totally.
a realistic woman cartoon.
Ginger big titties.
Yeah,
stuff,
but-
too. Yeah.
Jessica Rabbit, I would
But going back, Pokemon's a very, like, I bought those games from you, Pokemon Yellow. That was like the first Pokemon game I had ever gotten into.
Yeah, if you're friends with me and you hang around me long enough, I'll sell you my cool shit.
Oh, totally.
It happens
It's
every
really cool.
once in a while.
Happens every like 5-10 years maybe. Yeah.
Taking over the world. That's the
That's
other
a
thing that
great
you have.
thing. It's a fucking great
Do you
thing.
even remember that you wanted to burn down that Casey and that Casey's Fernanda and Sweet Love? What was it? Sweet. What was your tea? I can't remember. Sweet Love by having tea. Something mixed together.
What the fuck are you talking
A
about?
long time ago, back when we were kids.
Right there, I'm done.
Yeah, true, of course, yeah.
Of course.
It's I always forget that it's pointless to reminisce with you.
Yeah, it really is.
You know what? I'll
It's
reminisce.
fucking-
I'll reminisce.
I always
you
forget to
all
remember
night.
Yeah.
I always forget to remember to say, to ask if you remember things.
I think I remember you telling me that.
I remember that you forgot to tell me that you remember this thing that I forgot. Remember how you used to make pipes like this?
No. Right then and there, no. You remember the second you said remember, I was like, no, dude.
Yeah, but you don't have a bad memory.
I know. That's a curse. Just one question. Do you fuck the Pokemon or no? Is Pokemon real? You think that they can really fuck Pokemon?
Yeah.
No, man.
No.
No!
Do you fuck You don't fuck the Pokemon?
No!
Wait, do you let what if they want to fuck you?
No, they don't! They will never! I guarantee you. Don't fuck the Pokemon, okay? This is dangerous. They're like, they're fucking.
Yeah, the powers. What would you?
They're powerful.
Which one?
Creatures.
Like, why would you even like? Because I'm not gonna fuck a Pikachu.
No, fuck a random Pikachu. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Fuckston podcast. My guest today is Mr. Drew Frerking. Some of you may know him from the infernal death metal group Sordid, which also features me as well. And of course, with me is Cons as well.
Hi.
And I'm Razor, your host. And so Drew, we were talking about some of our favorite things from the 90s, particularly commercials. Do you remember any particular commercials when you were growing up that you still remember to this day?
Countless hours I fucking watched Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, that time, yeah. I think the most memorable ones, I can't remember like any specific exact ones, but I'd always see like the Super Soaker ones. You know, like it's always like these kids like with these giant Super Soaker guns that's like as big as they fucking are.
Yeah.
You know, full of fucking water, this giant green tube, and it's like a super hot sunny day and they're just shooting each other with fucking squirt guns, you know, like that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Nerf guns as well, you know, they're just fucking in a field shooting these little fucking Nerf darts. Like, I remember that shit.
My question is, where are those kids' parents at? And
Exactly.
giant farm playing with giant squirt guns.
Someone's gonna get hurt.
That I wasn't allowed to.
You know,
I
there's
think
gotta be a parental.
It's almost symbolic, I think, of like, you know how it's like symbolic of white youth in a gang, and instead of being like
I think
hard gangsters,
No,
they're
what I
spraying each other with water guns. You know, it's kind of a
that's true.
duality
You
of
never see that.
the
It's always-
90s gang life.
I mean, you can also think of it this way. It's like right before they're hitting that teenager stage, or they are in the teenager stage and they're all angsty and pissed off at mom and dad. So to think all those kids could have just ran off behind their parents' backs to do that. You know, like there's so many different realities that you can look at.
We
for it.
we
It's weird.
had it in the first part of this episode, but I found a old Nerf gun commercial of Seth Green as a teenager.
No
with
way.
Yeah,
a
and he's
flock of seagulls.
a flock of
What?
seagulls haircut, and it's him and some random Fuckston kid, and they're in a mall, and they're like, "What are we doing, bro? Nothing, bro. Nerf? Yeah, Nerf.
It's Nerf or nothing.
Nothing. Buy it. It's totally awesome."
That was the beginning of Seth Green's career.
Oh god, no,
Nerf
he was a child actor actually. One of his first movies, if not first movie, was probably You Can't Buy Me Love.
That's it. I remember that one.
That's the movie based on the Beatles song with Patrick Benson and shit. Very 80s.
I don't know about you guys, but my favorite thing from the 90s is definitely cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very passionate about obscure 90s cartoons. And I don't know if you've ever realized that every 90s cartoon was just an animal of some sort.
In some
And
situation.
a superpower, or, you know, or some, certain
Have you noticed
situation.
it was always some sort
Teenage
of
Mutant Ninja Turtles, Darkwing Duck, Street Sharks, SWAT Cats.
Yeah.
You know, Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers. They're all animals that are somehow like have human characteristics and abilities.
Superpowers.
That's what I love about the 90s. Now, these days, cartoons are bullshit.
Who was the person that gave fucking Baloo his pilot license? That person should be fired.
Yeah, you can't fly a plane. There's no way.
I just think it's crazy how different of like every generation, like they have their golden years in cartoons. It's like for us, we're all nostalgic about the 90s ones, of course. You know, we all grew up watching those. But then even our grandparents were like the Looney Tunes and shit like that, you know. But it's cool that they like crossed them together, I feel, because like I would still be watching the original Looney Tunes and all the new shit. But then they even like, I think they even updated them in the 90s and had like the new Looney Tunes or some fucking shit.
It's funny that you say
just
that.
Continues to go on, you know.
It's funny you say that because when they told me some of this last night, I think we're pretty sure that like WWF like signed a deal with Hanna-Barbera.
Whoa.
Because
WWE.
My bad. Sorry. My bad. Signed some deal with Hanna-Barbera because they already did a Scooby-Doo and wrestling thing. They did that like a couple years ago. But they're coming out with, what was it, Wrestling vs. Flintstones?
Stone Age SmackDown.
Stone Age, and then there's a Jetsons.
I think that it's fucking hilarious. I'm totally gonna watch it.
It's just weird.
Wow.
Yeah,
way-
this is
way
the
to
portion.
bring two,
This is the
like-
portion of the show where we can't talk about wrestling because Drew does not understand it.
You know, I don't
You
get
don't
it.
like
No.
wrestling?
Well, okay, here's the thing, and this can relate to the 90s topic. When everyone was into wrestling, I was into yo-yos.
What?
Yeah, like
Wait,
everyone
whoa,
liked
whoa.
fucking
Yeah, wait,
wrestling.
Rewind. What the fuck? Did you just say yo-yos?
Yeah.
Are you a competitive yo-yo?
I was never competitive, but I was all into doing those tricks. You know, and like doing those, like rock the cradle and all
Motherfucker,
that.
you got a yo-yo here?
I don't. That's the thing. I
You
really need
remember
to
any
get. No,
tricks?
I need to get one of those Omega fucking X-brains. I think that's what they're
Whoa,
called. They have
I
fucking
didn't
gears
know.
in them and shit. See, you were never into those. That's alright. See, I never got into fucking.
I always
wrestling.
wanted a yo-yo. I wanted to be like cool and do the tricks. and
Like I
stuff.
played. No, here's the thing. I played some old wrestling games on like the original Nintendo, and that was fun. But I never got into the shows or anything else. You know. I was also into skateboarding at that time, so I just kind of missed the whole wrestling craze. But I have a ton of friends who like it, and I understand why. This
Do you
is
have
not
friends
for
that
me.
like wrestling?
A lot of people I
You
know
have
like
friends?
it. You. I have friends. Last
No, I
time
meant other
checked-
people besides us.
You know, with me and yo-yos,
I only have
how
one
am-
wrestling friend that I always hang out with, and that's you. You're the only person that likes wrestling, man.
You know, with me and yo-yos is like me with technology. Like every
Jonathan
time I
Tennant loves wrestling.
I know, Bo
Every time I
Bandy.
would,
Shout out to Bo Bandy, my boy.
every time I would touch a yo-yo, it would instantly just like
Oh, woo!
just fall. Like I couldn't do any
Wait,
trick.
you mean like
I
it
was
would
just
just fall out of your
Like, I don't even know. Like I would just touch it. I would try to do something, and it would just. I would try to be cool and do a trick, and it would just like fall and do nothing.
Shit was hard.
I
I had a little book that like
Dude,
showed you all the like, ways to do tricks. It was impossible.
I have Jonathan's name in my phone. It's always been Bo Bandy.
I have it saved as Jaundice Building with an S. JONDIS.
Now, why would you make up an excuse?
jaundice.
Why would you make up an excuse like that for you 7 cheeseburgers?
7 cheeseburgers, man.
What's that one? He's like,
Shout out to Trailer Park Boys.
I'm
We
off
love
the burgers, but I'm eating the chicken patties now or something.
You ain't off the burgers. Stomach like that. You ain't off the burgers. Definitely off the burgers. So what was like your favorite it's like 90s show? Like what did you watch?
Oh, wait. TV show?
Yeah.
Sitcom.
Okay,
Oh,
sitcom.
man.
first. Let's do
Sitcom?
For me, all the black ones, dude. Really,
I
those are
just
the only ones I
remember,
like.
Like what? Like Family Matters, Fresh Prince, fucking
Martin,
Fresh Prince.
Mine.
Moesha. Hanging with Mr.
Step
Cooper.
by Step.
Shout out to Mr. Cooper.
Oh, Hanging with Mr. Coop. Oh my God. You know when I had the infection thing in my eye last
Oh
year.
my god.
I was
totally
I was
forgot
home-
about that.
I
That's
was
horrible.
yeah, it was
I
horrible.
thought your eye
I
was
almost
gonna explode.
I was gonna lose my eye. I really was gonna lose my eye. Fucking, it was terrible. But the point is I couldn't sleep, so I'd be up at like all hours of the night.
Yeah.
And
Fuck
they used to air reruns of Hanging with Mr. Cooper at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, in Nickelodeon. When it was really cool. It was really nice.
Well, that's the thing though about the 90s TV shows and sitcoms especially, they were still playing reruns from shows in the 80s.
You know, so one of my
Growing Pains.
Oh, I love
You know?
Growing Pains, yeah. You know, actually, what one of my favorite things was as a kid was getting off school, and for me, I think it was always Channel 4, which was like, I think it was Fox at the time for me. And it was like, I'd come home and it was this block of like, God, it'd be like Family Matters, Batman, Tasmanian Devil, and like Darkwing Duck, and
How
then
did you choose what to
fucking
watch?
no, it was all on the same block. It was like right in the afternoon. It was Fox Kids had like an afternoon school thing.
Yeah, I know.
Because remember how in like cause during the day they'd show like Price is Right and then all the court shows, and then from like like 2 to like
I
4, it would be
remember
like
that,
Fuckston
yeah.
showing all these cool cartoons.
But
and
they'd always
shit,
show it at the times when you were like coming
and
home from school.
yeah.
And fucking
Just like eating a snack and just hanging out watching
Snack.
TV and shit. You
looked
guys try. You
forward-
guys never.
You looked forward to it. You knew what to expect.
Did you guys ever eat a snack when you got to school?
Dude, hell yeah! I was so hungry when I got out of school, man.
Dude,
I'd eat so many snacks, I'd spoil my appetite for dinner.
Really?
Big
Oh,
trouble, yeah.
Did you, like, what's your favorite cartoon superhero?
Cartoon superhero?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Batman. But I mean, there's movies, but the cartoon. hands down.
Nothing.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So, Drew, you follow the Fuckston page, the Fuckston of the week.
Yes.
You've pretty much been there since the beginning. You kind of,
I remember when
you
it was
helped
just
me
an
like,
idea.
yeah, you helped me kind of,
Come up with the word.
Fuckston is a
Fuckston
word.
history right here.
Fuckston is a word that people use.
What's a Fuckston to you?
Where do I begin? A Fuckston to me is someone who is the exact opposite and is the epitome of all stupidity in this world. And I don't give a fuck what they say or what they think. And they're very outspoken. That's one definition of what Fuckston means to me.
I don't know.
That was inspiring.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Do you run into a lot? Do you run into a lot?
So-
Oh, yeah, no, I'm surrounded by Fuckston every day.
Seriously, like
Yep.
for real?
I can tell within the first minute of talking to someone if they're a Fuckston.
Do you have your Fuckston dar?
Yeah.
The
Shout out to Ted.
The Fuck's capacitor.
That was the
Fuck's
funniest thing.
capacitor.
Dude, I
Wow,
was drinking.
that was unreal.
I was drinking at like 3 in the morning in LA with Jackson, and I fucking saw that shit, and I just would laugh for 15 solid minutes.
Yeah, that was.
I
best
did not
thing.
see that coming, and that's pure fucking genius. Ted, you are the man.
I found when he farted on my sandwich.
Oh, I totally did fart on your sandwich.
Forgot about that story.
Farted on my sandwich, man.
And I was so
Yeah,
fucking. I was so
stole-
suave about it. I was
Stole
like,
my
swipe,
sandwich from
fart.
me.
throw back in your face.
I guess I admit I was wrong to go, hey, don't mess with me, don't mess with my shit. And then you steal my sandwich, and then you fart on it. I mean, thank God it was wrapped because I still
What's
ate
more
it.
And you
fucked
straight
up?
ate a
I
fart
did eat a
sandwich.
fart sandwich, but it was a wrapped
Tell me
fart
this.
sandwich.
You need a shirt. I'm gonna make you a shirt that says "I ate a fart sandwich."
What
with
is
my face on it.
what is more fucked up? The fact that he farted on your sandwich, or the fact that you ate it?
The fact that I ate it.
You think that's more
It was
fucked up?
wrapped.
It
It was
Yeah,
wrapped.
it was wrapped, but I still ate something that was in his ass.
It was not in my dude. It's just a transfer of gas.
Transfer of gas. That was next. You
Flatulence.
put that on your butt, dude.
I did not. It did not touch my butt.
Bullshit.
It did not.
Like you could feel what's on your fucking asshole. Your asshole's like a
You
big
put a
fucking
sandwich
black
on your
hole.
butt, dude.
I didn't. It did not touch it to my
Seriously,
skin.
let's just
Still,
come on.
Prince-
Let's
No,
just-
I would not do that
You
to
know,
anyone's
okay,
sandwich.
guys,
I did.
okay, guys. The whole this isn't even really an interview. We came here to intervene you about how you're a nasty asshole.
Is this?
You have a nasty butt.
No, nothing's worse than fucking Nolan's hate
Oh,
farts
right
from
now,
earlier.
right now,
Yeah,
Nolan the
fuck
egg
that.
fist Weber.
Don't
The-
Don't ever eat this mixture.
Okay, what is it? Say it. What did
This
he?
is
What
what
did
it-
he consume?
I'll tell you what the fuck he ate. He ate chicken noodle soup. He ate hummus. And he drank an entire gallon jug of orange juice. And now
And he got a chicken noodle boo.
and now everyone in the house is suffering because of it. Because of how
And
disgusting.
he spent the last hour and a half trying to light his farts, but he was like holding the lighter to
Not
his
even
balls.
close.
He's holding the lighter to his balls, man.
Oh,
No. There's a reason we have like a million candles just lit around the house right now. Let's
Oh
change the
Lord.
subject.
Yeah.
No,
we love you though.
fart.
We love your eggy farts. Baby.
He's not
It's
gonna.
not me,
He's not gonna
man.
listen to this.
Yeah.
Anyways.
he won't. Oh boy! Wow.
If he does, hi Nolan, sorry.
Hi, baby girl. I love you so much.
Yeah, he's like really close. He's like just
I
downstairs.
bet he's
my
here.
bro.
He's probably not doing anything. Right
Probably
now.
moist.
He's definitely
Isn't
moist.
moist.
He's always moist.
His bubble, his eggy
You
bubble.
gotta roll him in flour and
Ooh.
try to find a wet spot. You know.
Where did that come from? Who
I'm
fuck
sure.
says that?
I feel like it was. I feel like
Who
it's a
says
farmer.
that? Fuckston.
I feel like it's a farmer.
a
thing.
farmer that likes to fuck fat people because it's supposed to be for fat people,
Yeah.
right?
True.
They're just so fat because they have folds that you can't fuck their vagina. And you end up fucking. Either way, I think you're fucking something, so you should be happy.
Yeah.
So fuck that
It's
flower.
farmer.
spot.
It's farmer logic. I believe.
How do you know it's farmer logic? What if it could be a Brooklyn or a Jersey logic?
Does that make sense to you?
No.
Doesn't a farmer?
No.
Well, what does?
I don't know.
I think it sounds like it just sounds like a hillbilly thing.
A hillbilly thing. Hillbilly and farmer.
Roller flower,
Hillbillies and
try to hit the
farmers
wet
are
spot.
Way two different things.
No.
One's inbred, one's not. One lives.
It's
in,
just like the stereotype. When you think farmer, you kind of think hillbilly.
no.
When you think hillbilly, you think farmer.
I think just some guy with a tractor and a straw hat.
You don't think of that guy with a southern accent?
No, I think it's some guy going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go plant my field.
You just. You're such a dick. Anyway, speaking of dick, we have been binging on Third Rock from the Sun. We didn't mention that. We did not mention that the first time, and that is
Every
like
episode has something
definitely
different.
top 390 shows for me.
That
Third
was a
Rock is the
great
best.
show. I remember that was like one that I didn't see very often.
Shout out to
on
French
very often.
Stewart. I'm probably gonna make fun of you at some point.
Shout out to young and old and middle Josie Gordon-Levitt. We watched you go through puberty, son.
Who's the
Who's the girl?
no. The teenage son who's like pretty famous now.
Yeah,
Joseph
Joseph
Gordon-Levitt.
Right, right. I feel like he's the only one in that show that has like
Someone
gone.
successful.
Yeah.
A better thing to say is that he's one of the only child actors that didn't develop a heroin addiction or die.
Right. I never really think about that. You always hear about the psychologically fucked up ones, you know, and it's child starved, dude. It's a killer.
But every episode it usually names some, like one of my favorites was Green Eyed Dick, the world's greatest dick. There's short term.
Man, now I want to watch that show. It's been way too
Guru,
long.
the fabulous Guru, he just told me that you like a few new shows. Like, what was it, like Clarissa Explains It All? Or
Yeah, I
Step by
dug
Step or
really
some
deep
shit.
into Hulu's collection of shows, and I have a ton of. I watched Erie, Indiana last night. I was falling asleep. You remember that show?
Yeah.
Another great 90s show.
Maybe your favorite episode. How much do you remember?
Oh no, I don't remember any specific episodes, but when I used to watch it, I liked everything about it. I liked every episode I saw. It just was so long. I feel like that
Cool
show
and
just,
creepy
like,
show.
Disappeared, just here in Indiana, you know.
Yeah, it's a good one. It was kind of like Pete and Pete. Like it was really like
Oh,
cryptic
you,
and then
don't get me
Last year,
started.
Zach, Nolan, and I
another great
like,
90s.
hanging out in a basement watching every single episode of Pete and Pete. We were just that bored. Talk about bonding, right?
I wish I could say his name, so I'm just gonna say his name was Dirk. So Dirk, one time he decided to stay a weekend at my room at the villa. He brought all of his DVDs and a bunch of weed and like a 4-foot plastic bong. And like he was just like, can I stay? I got kicked out of my parents' place. Can I stay at your motel room for the week? I'll let you smoke weed and watch DVDs. Like, of course. And he had like seasons like 2 and 3 of Pete, like the whole 6 and 6. So while it was crazy, like, I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about, because all Dirk did was sleep.
Yeah, shout out to Dirk. You know who he
He
is.
slept and showered while I just smoked his pot and watched Pete and Pete for 3 fucking days, and then I just remember I left, and then I came back and he was gone. Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
Who doesn't love porn and grabbing?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of Fuckston things going on in porn. Like there's a lot of things I'm just like, God, that's really Fuckstonish.
Like how girls love big cocks.
Well, yeah, but yeah, like mostly how fake they are. Like, oh my God, this is
Like, I'm loving
This is pretty
cock
good.
in my ass, and then I'm gonna fuck this shit.
yeah. And, like I just think fake tits are gross, man. They just
The ones that are really bad, you can tell they were like recently operated on. You know,
Yeah.
like they're all bruised still. Who the fuck wants to see that? What were you gonna ask me?
I was just gonna say, any Fuckstons that stick out, like you remember, like
Yeah.
Fuckston.
Going back
Like,
to,
yeah,
I was
my
asking
favorite
you.
is
So many. The one that I didn't see coming and I thought it was one of the funniest was, I can't remember his name exactly, but he was the redhead kid from
Sandlot.
Sandlot.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He is one of the weirdest looking little
People.
kids or people ever. You know, like he
Yeah.
doesn't look anything like that now, right?
No, he kind of does.
He still kind of does. I can't remember.
He looks like an asshole though.
I would be too if I looked like that growing up. But hey, he was fucking typecasting that character.
What I think is weird is seeing like how they did the cast. They brought back the cast in the Rascals like 20 years later.
Dude, I saw a picture of that. And
Is it
was
weird to say-
weird.
Is it weird to say that chick who played who was Alfalfa's girlfriend? She got either way.
Darla?
She got. I hope that's okay to say.
Well,
I thought she got.
She put the fear of God into me when I was a kid. Cause that part in the movie, she like crushes the pop can. I was so scared of girls, dude. For real, I was terrified.
I always remember fucking go-kart race at the end of the movie.
You agree with McIntyre, right?
Yeah!
Dude, I've always wanted to see a big thing.
Whoa.
I've always wanted to.
Oh,
I wonder how many times I watched that movie. I had it on VHS.
4.
I don't know how many fucking times I watched it. It was always that or Mrs. Doubtfire.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine was The Mask, Five Goes West, and the first Back to the Future.
The Mask, I never owned that movie, but every time I would go to a friend's house, and if they had that movie, I would choose that one. I'm like, yep, watch The Mask.
Remember this neighbor kid I'd hang out with every now and then. He had this little tiny, like small, like oval, like mask thing. And he said it was some thing from the mask. And he had like, it was just stood like the front of your face like this, and you had to like. just to keep it on, so you pretty much like, suffocate to death. Just to have a mask
on your
face, just to have a mask and be like, is it cool? Is it cool?
I'm totally going off on a different tangent here. And I remember this was something that happened in the 90s. Okay, so you remember how Pizza Hut started like offering like toys or gifts or shit with their
Casper?
Yes.
Yeah, the Casper.
No. It's weird because it's like you go to McDonald's or Burger King when you're a little kid in the 90s, and they had like the Burger King Kids Club shit, and you get all the toys from that. But no, Pizza Hut of all places had those fucking things, and you could get a PlayStation demo disc.
Really?
You remember that shit?
No.
But no, the ones I remember was getting a PlayStation disc, or you got the Casper glove thing you were talking about.
They also sold a Rico. Do you remember that show, Rico's Castle?
Yeah.
They sold toys from that.
Pizza Hut did?
Yeah.
Wow, that's just
for like ever.
this
They were,
delicious
like,
Jack
$6
Link's
or
beef
some
jerky
shit.
reminds me of something that I found on Hulu. Remember Big Comfy Couch?
what is that?
Do you remember Big Comfy Couch? It was like a kid's show.
Nope.
Like for like kids.
Is that like the bear?
No,
Is
it
the
was
giant
a big.
bear
It
show?
was a giant couch, and the chick kind of like a little rag doll. But somebody out there remembers Big Comfy Couch for sure.
Someone's got
I'm
it.
pretty sure whatever you just said can be used for this podcast. And you're not going to use it.
What, Big Comfy Couch?
I was just kidding.
It's real.
God,
You
what
ruined the show.
What?
dude.
Yeah, I don't think.
Hey.
I'm out of here.
You trying to sponsor what? Fucking Jack Links?
I want to be
You
sponsored by
irrespo-
Jack Links.
You
I would be
irresponsibly.
Shout out to Sasquatch.
Think of how many infinite bags of
Give me
fucking
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Give me some.
Jack's Link you get it.
Give me a bite.
No.
Give me your sponsor.
No, I can't do it.
So I have a question.
I have an answer. Maybe.
What is wrong with this guy's face?
Looks like a rat.
It's
What is Tim Burns' piece of shit?
why does he even look like that? That's what I want to
You know,
he kind of looks like a clown.
As a guy who kind of admired his movies, I know you love Batman and Batman Returns.
absolutely.
Like, how do you feel about this piece of shit?
Who cares?
No one.
I will. Okay, here's the thing. I will go ahead and be honest, and this is a total Fuckston move of me. I will admit. I did not read that most recent one with Tim Burton. So since we're talking about it on the show, let's just talk about it. Let's start there. What happened?
What happened with what?
But why is he a fuck? Why is he a fuck?
Why did you make him a fuckson?
Let's talk about this. 'Cause I
Well,
missed- I
we were
missed
just
this one.
discussing people, and that one stuck with me because I've never been a fan of his. And I think
Never.
no, like just the way his movies are, like, they all have a certain like consistent theme, and it just
And it always stars.
it's like a
by
weird
Dad
cartoonish
Hell of a
goth
Bomb.
thing, and it just creeps me out a little bit.
I guess I just don't understand why in the last 10 years he's had to read like
Ugh.
watch few of his movies and like remakes. Like, you know what I mean? Like he did President Lee,
That's right. I don't know. I just feel like.
Jack Links.
I feel like the only movies that he made that had any impact that I thought were cool were the Batman ones.
Did he do Beetlejuice?
Oh,
That's a,
I like
God
Beetlejuice.
damn it, Tim Burton and your Beetlejuice.
that was one of my favorite movies as a kid. I watched that all the
Is it
time.
just me or does Mac Miller look like Sloth's son from Sloth from the Goonies?
Yeah, but he also just looks like a punk ass white kid.
Yes. That's exactly
The
right.
poor man's Rob Dyrdek.
Rob Drydick.
Rob's dry dick.
Rob's Drydick. Fuckston capacity.
You should get that
matters.
tattooed on you.
The fuck capacity. Man, I saw this thing on Facebook that was the best. I wish I got this. It was like really cool, like traditional style. There's a tattoo, the traditional style drawing of Ric Flair, and he was like, you know, doing like his Wu face, and he was wearing a fucking Wu-Tang necklace. Wu-Tang Clan, man. I thought that was the coolest shit.
I
Woo!
forgot when you did Christian, when you made the point when she was throwing up the fuck thing.
She was a disgusting whore.
Did you ever want to fuck her at all?
Yeah.
Like
I never thought she
Really?
was
I'd
attractive.
fuck her in the first one she's coughing and that's it.
Yeah.
No, she's. I think she was a terrible actress too.
Yeah.
Like,
She has the same fucking character.
that was actually what the subtitle said. I was watching one of my favorite stand-up comedy specials of all time, Martin Lawrence's Run Tell That. And in the introduction, he was just talking, and he was just like, "Run Tell That, nigga." And the subtitle
That's
said,
right here.
"The subtitle said
subtitles
nigger."
Damn.
But I caught his face perfect on that. He was
We
like,
should
"Nigga."
print that out and get it framed.
Do you drew as a? Actually, I said before actually I drew a kid. You don't listen? Do you listen to a lot of like I don't know how to say this, like today's music, like 102.7 pop? Like pretty much curious. Do you know who this is? Do you know who Iggy Azalea is?
Ugh.
No.
No. You're not. That's good. Don't ever. No, you're not missing anything in your phone. Just
Stuff like
you're
that.
good. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it that way.
No.
She got a chunky butt. Chunky
What was that
butt.
video we watched the other day? It was like her and this random black rapper, and they like.
I don't know, but that video of her, that video of her and Jennifer.
I'm gonna hit that.
That video with her and Jennifer Lopez, I could just.
You haven't already?
No. I just play around with the little program I use.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The app I use to make those pictures is like so fucking cool, man. You can do all kinds of shit. What's that?
Scott.
Oh, you didn't hear about
Oh
that?
god.
You didn't hear about Scotty?
Oh, I heard.
No, I didn't hear about
Yeah,
this.
he's last time
His
anybody
wait,
cared.
wait. His Kid Rock porn career didn't kick
No,
off?
no. Last time anybody cared, he was homeless and addicted to meth and broke. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this, because here's a total question. Do you think him doing all that is like a thought for attention?
Yeah.
If he knows that nobody gives a flying fuck about his career?
Like, why don't you
or
sing your way back to the
stop
top?
that?
You fuck.
Total Fuckston right there.
Ultra fucked.
That's like ultra A1 Fuckston, dude.
Legendary fucked.
Literally the Hall of Shame.
Hall of shit.
I remember one time watching. I remember watching his interviews and hearing something about like how he came out with like a decent house and he like ran away.
He was like, damn man, I just really love Jesus.
I don't know, like, just,
And
like,
I love my
apparently
mama.
Is like what he told everybody, people in the public, like what really happened in his life. Kid Rock.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Like,
sure.
remember how like Kid Rock, everyone thought he could funny when he was badass, and then he kind of
I will go ahead and say that I feel like Scott Stapp is a con artist. He's a fucking genius.
Scott Stapp? More like Scott Stop.
I think no. I feel he is just he used the whole image of being a religious person.
Who doesn't?
He just no. He just did that to make all that fucking money. He totally cashed in, and he found a loophole for it, and now his life. Now he is paying for it.
He's exactly like every fucking televangelist.
Yep, it's just in a music form. I'm convinced.
Did you hear about? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on who it was. Did you hear it was Questlove slapping that bitch off stage?
That was Afro Man.
Afro Man, sorry, same person.
Did you see the
video?
Yeah, yes, I
The video
did.
was fucking hilarious.
I thought it was very funny.
Oh,
And
that
this
bitch
week,
got
actually, he was the honorable mention this week, but that was just, I don't think that people understand, satire and my sense of humor because I make fun of things I like too,
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that shit was really funny, man, because that bitch should not have been up there. And he knocked her the fuck
The
out.
question is, would you do
Absolutely.
some fucks that came up on stage and started like banging?
No, if I was Afro Man, I would do that. Me, I probably wouldn't do that.
So some dick came up on stage and like stole your mic and started singing Freebird in the middle of a fucking song. Like you wanna like slap him in the face or something. And really quick.
No. Well, yeah.
I made up a crazy scenario. Wow, I am.
I mean, I wouldn't immediately start swinging on the dude. I would hope that someone else would be playing off stage if I was performing. It's like, why do I have to stop and get this dumb fuck out of here?
Well, I'm just wondering because I was thinking about doing it.
Man, don't do that.
Face.
Or Cameron.
You remember when we were kids in Miltonio made us watch the whole fucking what's the fucking movies? The Left Behind movies. Like, he pretty much made us. He like pretty much made us fucking watch these movies. Miltonio.
Oh.
You probably heard me. Shit. Fucking goddamn.
No, I just remember everyone was like reading those books, and then I remember they had like the adult version, and then they had the fucking like the abridged kids version, and I just remember they were like giving me my friends was supposed to read this, you know? Realize what happens, you know? It's like fucking propaganda bullshit. And then then they had a movie about it. And I think I've seen it, and only once, so I don't remember anything about it.
I gotta admit,
I think I remember watching that movie just
the end
at
of that
some
beef
friend's
jerky
house,
tasted like
what the
vomit.
fuck? Tastes like vomit.
Straight up.
Like eating a vomit or vomit.
Like I vomited in my mouth and then swallowed it and I tasted loose.
Dude, you probably ate
Thank
like
you all for listening to me eat beef jerky and drink cherry lime soda thus far.
Just, if you're gonna vomit, you should vomit on a Fuckston.
More like Keanu, no.
No.
There's something I want to ask real quick as a fan of Fuckston. When you
Yeah.
have the idea of which Fuckston you want to use, and you go on Google Images and find that photo, how long does it take for you to find a Fuckston
Sometimes,
photo?
unfortunately, sometimes it's the first photo, cause like, there's been a few times where I've searched and it's like the first photo is like the goofiest, dumbest fucking face.
Imagine that as the first photo.
Or sometimes, you know, it's hard. Sometimes if they're like a popular character, it's like they're synonymous or something, like you'll get a lot of that. And it's hard to find just a picture of them, you know, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a while, you know, I scroll through like pages and pages and just to find that perfect dumb face. Like I always look for the dumbest face.
Right.
So, yeah, so it varies. It just depends what Google image decides.
And now, I think I asked you this too previously. When you decide on a
Oh, you're turning the tables now. You're interviewing me.
Yeah, I just did that.
Yes.
I'm interested.
Drew
in,
Frerking takeover.
No, I'm just interested in how quickly are you able to come up with a Fuckston? Is there something?
Oh, it's always impulse. It always has been.
It's always impulse. That's right. You never like
I've never planned ahead.
no planning with it. That makes it way cooler.
Until I got myself a marker board to write down my ideas, but I don't ever write anything on it.
So you have
I've written on it a couple times. It's slack.
Yeah, you don't do that.
He
Man.
beat me with a wicker.
That's my fucking creative zone. You don't do
Yeah,
that.
he made a wicker chair and then he beat me with it.
Wow,
He
man.
crocheted a wicker chair and then beat me with the writing on his clipboard.
All right,
Yeah,
let me
well, I'll be sure to never.
let me re-reverse these roles and get back to asking me the motherfucking questions. I got a question for you. You recently started your own, how would you say, company or organization, federation, corporation, called Sordid
Trade Federation.
Curse Productions.
Yes.
And what is it exactly that you do?
Well, it's just a pretty small label distro thing. I got really interested when I was in college. I was interested in like trading tapes, where you're like buying dubs and making my own. It was weird how it's kind of making a small comeback in a weird sense, but I put out some of my band's demos and albums on tapes. Because that's why I just started it. I just wanted to have an outlet that I could release stuff on, and with how like easy it was and it's relatively cheap, I was able to just like do a couple small runs here and there. I started out at like 50, and I've been doing 100 lately. So I don't know, just each release that comes by now, it just kind of happens, and it's becoming work, but it's fun.
Right, so what are your plans in the future? Just doing more releases, or do you have other ventures, other endeavors that you want to
I still
go
want
with
to
it?
keep it up and keep doing it. The store will always be open and anyone can order anything that's interesting to them, but I don't do represses on anything, so once a tape's done, it's done.
limited underground, yeah.
edition, yeah.
Good.
And I'd rather just instead of re-releasing stuff, I'd rather just do something new. But I plan on just seeing where it goes with that. Big opportunity when it comes, but I don't want to ever get on a habit of putting out a lot of releases at once. I want to just take the time and effort to focus all my energy and resources into the first release, or the current release that I'm working on, and then I also in turn, once I'm done, move all the tapes, and then once that is exhausted, it's done. I don't have to go back to it. I don't re-release it. I glue on to something new and different. So, like I said, I'll just see when opportunities come by, but I do like to focus a bit more on just writing my music. I like that more. The Sordid Curse is just kind of a hobby of mine. It's fun.
Good. So is it what makes you want to do it? Is it did it just start as wanting to help to promote your band, or did it have something to do with how you got involved with other bands in the area, or what is your ultimate goal?
Oh, ultimate goal in the long run?
Yeah. I mean, is it more if you really do it because you really want to control, I should say, our band, control what we do and not have somebody else tell us what we have to do, or, we've recorded a few bands here locally. Does it have to do more if you want to really expose some of the awesome bands around here?
It's really a mixture of a lot of things. I use it to release music that I like or I feel should be released, because I always prefer physical releases over anything else. And there's something just personal about it that I put into each release at a time, so when someone buys it or has it in a collection, they can, each one of them was made pretty much by myself, so I made sure it fucking, is in top quality. But then also, I guess, having like a good, not to get all bogus on you, but a quality product, a good release, not some shitty fucking demo tape, each one, even if it was made DIY standards, it's still, it's fucking quality.
We love dobas.
Yeah, I have to admit that I always judge a demo or something like that if it looks shitty. Like, I don't really want to listen to this because it's not presented well. And I don't know if you're picky about that, but I kind of am.
Yes and no. I mean, demos are demos, so they're always going to be hit or miss, but there's a lot of stuff, a lot of hidden gems that sometimes you have to go.
How many bands have you recorded?
Shit. Well, not counting the ones that I have already in, or what?
Yeah.
I've recorded Peter here twice. Recorded with Bakers. That was kind of fun. Every recording session's fun. And we also did so those guys I only knew by, all those guys in those bands I only knew by Nolan. But after recording with them, get really into music and the whole setting. And I think it's only been those two bands that I've recorded. I've recorded other friends' bands in the past.
Amateur work.
Yeah, it was just me getting my feet wet. And I don't consider myself recording. I just do things
Well, apparently they appreciate your sound.
Well, if they come back, I guess I want to, No, not any complaints. I mean, there's some recordings that we have to sort out, but that's normal. That always happens. You don't want to release something that nobody's, happy with, especially after all that time. But, yeah, I don't even know if I really, it's weird because it's like Sordid Curse Productions with like releasing stuff and then versus the recording. The recording's just very low key. Like I'm not trying to be fucking Peter Tackler or anything, any amazing recording fucking artist or some shit. Like I just think it's fun to record, and the mistakes you make sometimes they work out. Like I love recording myself, so I guess recording with other bands is even more fun. Fucking just skyrocket.
It make you fucking rock hard, dude.
They make you feel fucking free.
Great,
I
well,
just came everywhere. Because
well,
fuck yeah.
I think that's a pretty good place to end this. Thanks for doing this, man.
yeah, dude, thanks for
We
having
should,
me on here.
we should do it again.
This was fun.
We should do it
I didn't think
regularly.
this was gonna work out, so
What do you?
I was like, well, what are we gonna talk about? But now it's
Well, I don't think it,
It's
it's,
happened.
You just let it come naturally, man.
it did.
well, you know, I think it's just like it's not you, it's you. And I think we should like just be friends. And, like,
You know, when I listen to like,
Classic excuse.
I didn't really think about it until I started doing this. When I listen to like radio shows and stuff, like morning shows, it's really the same fucking thing.
It really is.
Dude
I
sitting
get
around
it.
talking about stupid fucking shit, and that is the whole point of this podcast.
yeah, but the thing is, the beauty about this is we're allowed to cuss and we're allowed to say whatever.
Yeah, unedited, uncensored.
Uncensored, don't have to get charged for everything. Yeah.
But again, thanks for listening, and thanks for doing this for real.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey,
And,
pleasure.
just
Good night.
Thanks.
Thanks again.
Bye.
Booze.